morning, everybody. It is Monday, and Lance and I are ready to present some gentle yoga live from the Claremont Club Facebook page. Yeah, here we go. We're doing heart-centered stuff today, which will be upper back, shoulders, sort of space. A little chest stretching goes in there as well. So I'm going to have you start with a, good morning, with a towel, and we're going to put it behind our backs, okay? So find a towel or a blanket, something. If you're using a blanket, at the studio we have the those woven Mexican blankets, which are really great because they're firm and they're tightly woven. So we were playing around here with fleece blankets, and that really doesn't work as well as the woven blankets because they don't squish. So you want, whatever you're using, you don't want a lot of loft in it. You want it to be a fairly firm kind of cloth, okay? So gather your blankets. I'm glad to see you guys here. Good morning, Talia. Yay. I was thinking about you today. We're back to school. So we're doing all that fun stuff. Get those two towels and we'll get started. So you're gonna roll up your towel, take it, and I've got Costco special beach towels. Take it and fold it the lengthwise, the long way, and then fold it in half again. And then I go from, I know, it's always funny to be making a video about laundry folding, but here we are. Here is how you can fold a towel. This way, and then from the folded edge, so I'm going to leave these fancy things alone. From the folded edge, roll towards the open edges.
You want me to do this one the same?
Yes, and Lance is going to do one for himself. So roll from the folded edge, not from the open edge. See? Figure it out. Oh, we had a really good weekend. I got to teach anatomy this weekend, which was great. Thank you all who joined me for that. And now everybody's back to school, so we're logging on to our classrooms and getting going. There's just been, a little bit of resistance from everyone, including my own self. Okay, this is going behind your back, and I want you to start it this way. So I don't know if you can see. Here we go. I'm going to put it on in my mat. And then I'm going to capture the bottom edge of the shoulder blade. So I'm going to center the butt end of that towel at the bottom edge of my shoulder blade. So ladies, you've got that cheek, you've got a bra band, if you go to about there, and then let your head rest back and let your arms come out in cactus. The legs can do any number of things. For me, the one I like the best is take the feet wide and let the knees fall together. That's my number one go-to. For some people, as long as it doesn't bother your back, extending the legs feels good. For others, soles of the feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana space feels good. So take the one that feels good to you today. And take a breath. Maybe your eyes close. Maybe you let your gaze become unfocused. And just feel the towels in your upper back. And you might squeeze the towel a little bit with your shoulder blades and then release. And just do that a couple of times. Squeeze and release. And squeeze and release. And then pause. Our meditation at the end of class this week will be a meditation for all of the various energy centers of the body. And so I'm going to give you the syllables right now so you can have them running around your head. Feel your bottom, your tailbone. The syllable for this area is Lam. It's our connection to the ground, to the land. Lam, L-A-M, Lam. the space between your hip points, including your sacrum, most of your pelvis. Second chakra space. The syllable for this space is Vam. V-A-M, Vam. And then the space around your belly button between the bottom of your rib cage and the top of your pelvis. It's your third chakra space. And the syllable for this space is Ram, R-A-M, Ram. And then in the space that we're focusing on today, the heart space, the syllable for the heart space is Yam, like yummy. Y-A-M, Yam. And then the syllable for the throat space, from the collarbones to the jaw, and sometimes up into the sinuses, is Ham, H-A-M, like ham, but Ham. And then the syllable for the brain space, for the center of the mind, is Om. O-M or A-U-M, Om. So just feel those Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. 3 more breaths right here. Make them slow and steady. And then reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Reach up. And then we're going to give ourselves a hug. So take your right arm over your left and reach for the tops of your shoulders or the inside edge of your shoulder blades. Either is fine. And then I want you to wave your elbows side to side. Rock yourself, your upper back side to side on your blanket. And then go ahead and draw a line with your elbows towards your waist and then towards your nose. A couple of times towards your waist and then towards your nose. Towards your waist and then towards your nose. And then let's do like we're going to do a snow angel or take off a sweater. Reach out. If you have space, you'll trail your fingers along the floor. Lance and I are going to end up whacking each other, so I'm going to bend my elbows and bring my arms by my sides. And take 2 breaths, just feeling what you feel. Maybe there's a stretch happening across your chest. Maybe you're feeling something in behind one of your shoulder blades. And then we'll reach up again. This time you're going to hug left arm over right. Grab the crowns of the shoulders or the inside edge of the shoulder blades, either way, and roll a little bit, left and right. So the muscles that sit between the shoulder blades, we have 2 groups of muscles that live in this space that draw the shoulder blades towards each other, and they're the rhomboids. And the lower fibers of the trapezius live in this zone. The rhomboids are involved in the pulling of the shoulder blades together. But this is a tight space. This is a tight space. This is a space where we consider worrying about a lot of stuff. Go ahead and bring your elbows towards your nose, and then sweep down towards your waist, and elbows towards your nose, and sweep down towards your waist. So give yourself permission to hug, to love, to appreciate. The phone is ringing. How fabulously connected your body is. And then let's open the arms really wide. Thank you, Lance. He's on phone detail here. And then we'll reach overhead, and see if you can make that big sweeping gesture all the way down towards your hips. And then we'll reach up towards the ceiling, inhaling, and take the thumbs overhead. Maybe the thumbs touch the floor, maybe they don't quite yet. And then sweep down by your sides. We're gonna go twice more. Inhale, reach up toward the ceiling and overhead. Exhale, do the snow angel down. And last one, or maybe you're imagining the sand like I am. I'm so ready to be at the beach, you guys. Thumbs overhead, and then sweep down towards your waist. And then we will go ahead and roll. So Lance is gonna stay up. You're gonna roll to your right, press down into your hands, lift yourself up to a seat. Here we are. And sit up. So you can choose to sit on your towel roll, your blanket roll, or you can sit flat on your bum, or maybe you want to grab a chair. Chairs are good too. Okay? We're going to, now we've done this opening this way, and we've done some hugging this way. I want to emphasize this opening space because we tend to get tight across the chest from the sternum to the shoulders. We tend to round. So we're going to do a lot of strengthening stuff for the upper back space so that we can hold the chest open, so we can maximize our airflow into this zone. Bring your hands back behind you and interlace your right thumb over your left and pull your elbows back. And then wing them forward. And maybe your shoulders come up, that's okay. And roll back, reach back, maybe you straighten your arms back behind you. Bend your elbows, push them forward. Draw your shoulder blades back, reach back. Oh man, we're gonna go one more time. Hands back to your sacrum. Bring your elbows towards your sides, let your shoulders roll in. You could even round your back a bit more. And then sit up really tall, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the hands towards each other, and straighten if that feels available to you. Release, and let your hands settle onto the backs of your thighs, palms up. Draw your throat in and close your eyes for a moment. Or let your eyes become a little fuzzy, okay? And think, that very root, there's lam, middle of the low belly, vam, ham, the center of the belly, yam, that yummy heart, ham, your throat, Om, the center of your intelligence. We're going to be revisiting those spaces today, but I want us to be aware of all of them. We need all of our human intelligences to, be fabulous. Bring your hands back behind you, this time left thumb over right. Draw, and this time we're going to keep the elbows bent. Draw the knuckles up as far up your back as you can. And then move the ribs back. And we're going to just wing the elbows forward, roll, and then draw back. And roll forward, and draw back, and roll forward, and draw back, and then re-straighten the arms. Oh yes. Couple of breaths. Notice if your chin is going forward. What's the rest of your body doing? See if you can keep your spine in that long, beautiful line as you're drawing the shoulder blades towards each other and moving your rib cage back, back, back. Release. Set your hands down in your lap, palms up, ready to receive. Notice space between your legs, lam, space between your hip points, vam, space around your belly button, ram, space around your heart, yam, space of your throat, ham, space of your intellect, om. Okay, eyes open. Let's recross the legs. So just notice which leg's in front. Bring that, switch them out. Now the hands are going to come in front of us. Right thumb over left. Send the fingertips away. Push away. Draw the shoulder blades onto the back. Move the ribs back. Inhale, sweep up. And then exhale, lean to one side. Inhale, come up, lean to the other side. So in no yoga, are we moving in isolation? Even when we say, oh yeah, today It's going to be all about heart-centered yoga. Well, the reality of the matter is we cannot access the heart center. We cannot find that center of love and freedom if we don't have a really firm sense of grounding, a really firm sense of choices and possibilities. Release your arms down. Let your hands rest on your lap for a moment. Visualize those centers. Some people visualize the bottom one is red, orange, yellow at the belly, green at the heart, turquoise at the throat, indigo at the crown, at the forehead, and then purple or violet at the crown. Okay? Left thumb over right. Push your hands away. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Lengthen up. Reach up. Yes. And as you go, you may notice that you're wanting to lean back or you're wanting to round forward. So if that's happening in your body, lower your hands slightly. You don't have to go all the way up. Lower your hands slightly. Let your shoulder blades go on your back. Let your ribs move back. So you're keeping the line of the spine. And then maybe lift higher and we'll go side to side. Inhale up in the middle. Exhale to a side. Inhale up in the middle. Exhale to the other side. Just moving with your body in a way that feels nurturing and delicious to you, to what's going on today in your house, in your life, with your people. So some days we're feeling positive and happy, release your arms down, and everything feels easy, no problem. Let's do the hardest poses you can come up with, Sarah. And other days, not happening. Even the easy poses feel hard. Okay, so be aware of that. Give yourself space for easy poses to be hard, and maybe even hard poses to be easy. All right, we're gonna come up to standing. I'm not gonna talk you into it. Stand up. Okay, move your towel out of the way so you've got space, and step your feet wide. Lift your toes up, shift your hips side to side. So we still want to check in. Yes, we've got possibilities here. They're good. Lift the toes and settle in. So maybe you move your feet wider so you can feel your inner and outer heels coming down evenly. Soften the knees, push the calf muscles forward, draw the quads up. Oh, take the tailbone down, reach the arms out wide. Inhale, reach back, little back bend. Exhale, squeeze together, round. Inhale, reach back. Keep your navel point in as you draw your chest open. And then exhale, like you're one of those wind up clapping monkeys, you know, with the cymbals. They go marching around, you wind them up and they open up and then they close as they're marching along. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time. Inhale, lift the center of your chest. Exhale, bring your hands down to your hips, bend your knees, fold forward. Hands on the floor. If this is not working for you today, then you're going to bend your knees a lot. You may bring your hands to a chair. How's your hamstring? Do you want a chair? Yeah. Okay. And then I want you to soften side to side. So bend alternate knees. Doesn't matter which one you start with. Bend one, extend the other, and shift around. So this is that moment of exploring possibilities in the pelvis. You can think vom if you want. But mostly it's like, okay, what are my choices? What are my choices with my hips? Now find something that feels like the center. Bend the knees, move the inner groins back, and really lift the quadriceps. So the fronts of the thighs are really working hard here. Lift your belly up, and then we're going to exhale and bend the elbows a little bit or a lot of it, and let your head dangle. As you're here, you may notice that your toe, the weight goes way into your toes or rocks way back on your heels. I want you to see if you can keep the weight even between the toes, the balls of the feet and the heels of the feet. Calf muscles are going forward, quadriceps are moving back, tops of the thighs are moving back, inner groins are moving back.
Take a few breaths. I'm going to be quiet. Push into your hands. Inhale. Come upright. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your thighs and come all the way up. Fabulous. Let's go ahead and turn the right toes out. I'm not mirroring you, so you can either go to with your left if you want to mirror, or you just get to work with the reality of Sarah's not mirroring things. Okay, knee broadens, inner groin goes back. Take your tailbone down. Drop. Inner groin's back. Take the tailbone down. We're going to reach the arms out wide, and we're going to go for an eagle arm variation. So the right arm is going to come underneath the left arm and pull the left arm across the body. This is going to make you want to go, sort of let that left hip come forward. I want you to work the outside edge of that left foot. Move it back, move the inner groin back, and draw your chest so it's facing forward. Lift your right elbow up slightly as you draw your shoulders back, and settle the shoulder blades down. So you're getting this length through the neck space. Stay and breathe 4 more times. So when you heard the number 4, if you went, oh my God, we're going to stay here forever, then you're going to have to maybe back off a bit so it feels sustainable. We're going to drop the arms down on the exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Turn your right toes forward. Turn your left toes out. And then move that right hip back, 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 back. Bring the arms in front of you. Right arm is going to cross the left elbow, bend the left elbow. This right hand is pushing forward. Shoulder blades are going back. Find your legs. Pull into your feet. Pull into your inner groins. Drop your tail down. Lower the heads of the shoulders. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. We're staying for those amazing 4 breaths. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, release. Your left toes are going to come forward, and release the arms by the sides. We're going to take the forward fold variation again. I'm going to give you the opportunity, if you want, if you're feeling steady enough, I'm going to turn to the side for this one. I'm just going to stay there, to bring your hands back behind you. So think right thumb over left, roll the shoulders back, and then I notice that I start to lose sort of the rest of my spine. So I'm going to really go into those legs. I'm going to bend my knees a lot. I'm going to think inner groins back, tail down, straighten the legs-ish, because I want to keep some buoyancy as I go. Ribs back. That's where I lose it, is the ribs back space. So ribs back, tailbone down. Lean forward. You might come halfway and then reach the arms up. You might bow all the way and let the fists of your hands fall towards the floor. So just check in with your body. What is your option? 3 more breaths. Soften the knees, hands to your hips or your thighs. Inhale, bring yourself up, sweep the arms up. We're going right into the second side. Hands back behind you, left thumb over right. Roll the shoulders back, move the ribs back. Press down into the feet so you can get that long line. If the feet aren't working, the body's not working. And then you can keep your hands right there on your sacrum. You could reach back here, or you could start to lean forward. On this one, I'm going to come halfway. Really work the inner groins back, 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 back to make the spine be supported and long. Maybe the arms reach. Release the hands, bend your knees, come up, and let's bring the feet together. Awesome. We're going to work with internal and external rotation in the shoulders. So just play that. Roll the shoulders in and inhale, open them out. And don't worry so much about, oh my gosh, am I perfectly aligning my spine? Be more in the, oh, my shoulders move. That's so cool. That's so cool, my shoulders move. I was practicing with a yogi this morning, Ian Finn. He's out of British Columbia, but he and his family happened to be in Bali when all of the quarantine orders came in. And so he and his family are staying in Bali for right now. And he is both like the most serious yogi I know and the most goofy person I know. And I was thinking about how much silliness and goofiness I appreciate in my practice to keep me from becoming too rigid. Okay. Balancing. Weight over into the left foot. Draw your right knee up. Turn your right knee out to the side. So you can keep your right toes on the earth. Reach your arms out. Externally rotate and slip your hands up. Maybe you clap. And then release the hands down. So we're going to have this movement happening. Turn your palms up. Inhale, reach. Maybe they clap overhead. Exhale, turn the palms down. Release down. One more time. Inhale, sweep up, let things touch. Exhale, turn down. And then you can assist the right knee forward, settle down. Spread out the right foot. So you really want to think about taking up as much space as possible in that foot. Come up on your left toes. Turn the left knee out. When we do this, we want to make sure that we're not either, going for fashion model moment or that we're starting to collapse and let the thigh jut forward. We really want to work that inner groin back to keep the spine nice and long. Heel might rest on your ankle. Turn your shoulders out. We want that external rotation. Open the heart as you inhale and reach your arms up, coming to tree, Vrikshasana. Exhale your hands down. Turn your palms, inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep down. Turn your palms, inhale, reach up. Exhale and sweep down. Turn your left knee forward and settle the foot to the floor. Step wide again. Or you can hop it. Gail's here. Gail's back to hopping. I'm loving it. Okay, reach the arms wide. And this time I want you to take your right arm back behind you. And you're going to bring, I don't know if you can see, you're going to bring your hand just to the back of your waist. All right? So here, notice we want to have the inner groin space moving back, rib cage moving back. So I'm physically taking my ribs and I'm moving them into my forearm. And then I'm going to use my left hand and I'm going to bring the hands together. Okay? So you might, your knuckles might be more towards your spine. They might be all the way over to the left side of your waist. I'm going to pull the elbows together as I think about the belly space going in. Okay? Interlace those hands. Mush the ribs back. Lift the center of the chest. Right toes are going to turn out. Bend into your right knee. Warrior two. Totally different arms. Okay? With this knee bent, roll the left shoulder back. Turn that inner left hip back. Open. Maybe you look to the right. Carrie Ann says she'll be back tomorrow. She has a new presentation from her math teacher, and she wants to make sure that she gets the stuff right. So she's checking in with her math class today. Release your hands down, straighten out your right leg, turn the right toes forward, turn your left toes out, bend your left knee. Always, always make sure, hey, kneecap is heading towards that space between the second and third toes. Inner groins are going back, tailbone's dropping down.
Back calf active. For me, always back calf active. Take your hands back behind you. You're going to bring your left forearm down behind those ribs. Right fingers reach for the left. Move the ribs back. Roll the shoulders back. And really, it wants to thrust us into it, right? So resist that desire to thrust. Really move back into your heels. Take the tail. Move the waist back. Roll the shoulders. Maybe the gaze goes to the left. Release the hands, straighten out your left leg, turn your toes together. We're going to step or hop the feet together. Maybe it's a step, yeah? And let's come back to Vrikshasana, so revisiting that balancing pose. You may want the wall near your left hand, that's my left hand, or a chair, okay? You can always keep the toes on the earth. Option 2, right? Bend your right knee. Turn your right toes out. Then see, can you bring your your foot, the arch of your right foot into your calf. And then you want to squeeze together. Oftentimes we get sort of this bubbling, the hip either bubbles forward or we really wing the buttocks out, right? So we're more like sexy pose, right? I'm always giving Julia trouble about that. Drop your tailbone down, lengthen through, reach the arms out, and be here. Think heads of the shoulders down. Extend from the center of your chest into your pinky fingers, from your thumbs back into the back of your heart. And then breathe your breath into the back of your ribs. That was something Ian Fenn was saying today, in all of his fabulous, serious goofiness. He loves to make yoga rhyme. Inhale, reach it up. Bring your right knee up. Maybe challenge your balance for a moment. And then settle the hands down, the right foot to the floor. And you might need to shake out the left side. You might be going, whew, that was a lot. Okay, wiggle around. Find yourself in space. Where are all those moving parts? Make sure you can access your calf on the right side. So skin to skin is often the most stable connection. So if you're trying for the pose and your foot's slipping all over the place, I recommend, particularly if you're sheltering at home all by yourself, I can't see you if you want to take off your pants and do this naked and see if it works better for your body, then do that. Nobody else is watching. Unless your dog cares. I don't know. Our dog currently is not caring. Come up on your left. No, they can see you. All right, I love it. Bend your left knee. Make sure you're not letting that hip go. Slurp the hips in. Foot comes to the calf, if you can. Push calf into foot, foot into calf. Reach your arms out. Maybe this time let's bend the elbows for a moment. Shrug the shoulders down. Push your elbows forward. And as you push your elbows forward, that sort of pushes the shoulder blades forward as well. But move your ribs back. Oh, now re-straighten your arms. Think from the center of your chest to your pinkies. From your thumbs into the back of your heart, and then move your breath behind your heart. Make it a nice fluffy bed. On your inhale, reach all the way up towards the ceiling. Draw your left knee up. Maybe you stay, hang out for a moment. Maybe your foot's already down, okay? And then shake things out. Oh, shake things out. All right, we're going to take triangle pose, Uttita Trikonasana, but we're going to add this element in the arm space. So, here goes. Step your feet wide. Turn your right toes out. And as you turn the right toes out, notice how the left hip is like, oh yeah, we're going to the right. No, no, no.
I really want to go to Trader Joe's, you guys. I so want to go to Trader Joe's. And every time I've driven by Trader Joe's, there's been a line, and I'm not into lines. So, haven't made it there yet. Inner groins, take them back. But that's me, the left hip going, let's go to the right. I'm like, hey, I'm walking around the house going, I want to go to Trader Joe's. Left hip back, pull the heels towards each other, reach up with your arms, drop your right hand down to the back of your head, left hand gets your right elbow. Then you twirl the elbow towards your ear and push back, and we're going to just lean to the right. Inhale, come up. Maybe you need to bend your knee. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, come up. One more time. Exhale, lean to the right. Reach out with that elbow. And then draw yourself upright. Release your hands down. Right toes forward. Left toes out. Now it's that right hip that wants to go to Trader Joe's. Really, my whole body wants Trader Joe's. Okay. Costco works fine. It's doing us good. Inner groins back. Pull the heels together. Straighten out the left leg to the best of your ability. Reach up. Pat yourself in the back of your head with your left hand. Right hand gets your elbow. Twirl it towards your ear and push back a little bit. You want to notice when you do the push back, if you're collapsing space in your low back. So really think about moving the rib cage back, keeping that long amount of space. And then we're going to glide to the left and inhale back up. And if you're having issues with hamstrings today, bend that knee. Gosh darn it. Give yourself some space. Inhale upright. Exhale, release your hands down. And we're going to step, hop, somehow meander the feet together. Okay. So we're going to go all the way for Garudasana arms. We're going to go for it. Your body may decide that you're going to go to shoulders. You may go arm across. Okay? Open the arms out wide. Shimmy the shoulders. Your inner belly dancer. Any second now. Martina Crow is going to come in, teach us how to do it. Okay, right arm is going to come underneath left. And then either you pull the left arm across your body, or you're going to bring the backs of the hands together. Check in with the rest of your body mechanics, right? If your head is forward of your pelvis, this is not going to do a lot for you. So lift the elbows up, draw the shoulder blades back so you can get your head back. If you're not being able to get your head back, then open the arm out so you can get the head back. You might bring the palms to touch. And then we're going to press the heads of the shoulders down and lift the elbows up. Soften your face, soften your gaze, feel your feet on the floor. Release your arms, let them swing out at your sides. Are you warm enough? We have the heater on and I'm feeling sweltering, so I'm going to adjust that.
You're the boss.
Yeah, I'm the boss. I just got told I'm the boss. Yes! Okay, reach your arms wide, inhale. I am the boss. Left arm underneath right. See goofiness. Then you check and see, what are my body mechanics like? Am I rolling back? Am I able to stay upright? If you're able to stay upright, then you try for backs of the hands, or you go for fingertips to palms. Elbows lift, shoulders go down. Notice again, when you're going there, what are the options that your body is offering you? See if you can press down through the feet, draw the tail down, move the ribs back, broaden the collarbones. Make sure you're not gritting your teeth because this is so stinking fun. Inhale, reach up and out of it. Exhale and release your arms down. Okay, let's do the rainbird situation, right? I want you to come forward in a bit, but keep your knees soft, step your feet a little wider, and we're going to try not to hit each other over here in the little household. Inhale as you bring one hand in. Exhale as you take the other one out. And you can really, if you got enough space, go wild and woolly with it. I love thinking about grabbing things that are on my heart that I don't want on my heart and letting them fling off of my fingertips. Just make sure that when you find all those ooey gooey sticky ickies, that you don't pick them up and investigate them later. You just, oh, that was something I released from my heart. Sweep it up, put it in the dustpan. Take it out to the trash. All right, release. Step towards the short edge of your mat. Bring your right foot back. Drop your right heel down. Bend into your left knee. Pull right hip forward, left hip back. Reach your arms to shoulder height. And let's give ourselves a hug. So let's take the right arm underneath the left and give yourself a hug. Notice as you reach forward, what happened with the rest of your spine. So see if you can pull the heels, drop back through your right inner thigh, and lean yourself forward. Maybe it comes so that your knees and your elbows connect. Inhale, come up. Maybe it doesn't, okay? Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come up. Reach your arms up. Take your hands back behind you. Hands on your sacrum, so on your low back space here, or interlace, right thumb over left. And you're going to broaden your left foot out a little bit. We're going to aim the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee, so for humble warrior space, okay? So inhale, maybe you sweep your arms back. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bow in. Release your hands down. Draw yourself up. Move your left foot more to the right and step your feet together. That was a bit of work. So ground, anything that feels flighty, any sort of like, this is getting too fast, this is getting too hard. Drop that down. Imagine all that agitation and irritation just going into the earth. Yeah. Left foot's gonna go back. 2.5, 3 feet, toes angle out at about 45. Bend into your right knee, draw your outer right hip back, pull your left hip forward, bring your hands, oh, that's right, hug yourself first. Hug first. Left arm across, then right arm across. So right arm over left, okay? Inhale, move the ribs back, breathe into the back of the heart. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, come up. Release your arms back behind you. Think external rotation, shoulder blades back and together, opening. So we're moving those anterior deltoids out towards the posterior deltoids. Left thumb over right. Maybe you have to re-click into your hips. And do move your right foot out to the right. So you can aim your right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Inhale up, exhale down in. You might straighten the arms, you might not. Inhale up, exhale down in. I'm gonna fall over, it's gonna be awesome. Inhale up, exhale down in. Release your hands. Inhale, rise up, reach your arms to shoulder level. Exhale, step together. Stand tall. Right, we're going down to our bellies. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Bend your knees a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Lower, 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 lower. Put your hands on the floor. Hallelujah. One foot goes back. The other foot goes back. Oh. And we're coming down towards the belly. Even better. All the way down. Forehead to forearms. Just have a pause. Lift your head and bring your left arm out to the left. I'm going this way because I think you can see this way. Notice how you can internally rotate and let your shoulder drop towards the floor. We're going to try to do the opposite. We're going to try to draw the head of the shoulder back. And then I want you to bend your elbow. So you can push your elbow down and draw the head of your shoulder back. And then we're going to roll a little bit on towards that left side body. Just till you feel something in your chest, in your elbow. Roll back towards your belly. Change the place where your elbow is. Maybe go a little higher. Lift the head of the shoulder. Roll. Come back. Bring your elbow lower. Roll. Ooh. Bring your elbow back to the middle. Lift that head of the shoulder back. Roll left. Maybe you put the side of your face down. See, maybe you could stack your legs. Keep shrugging the shoulders back, drawing the ribs back, rolling to the left. I'm bracing with my right fingers and pushing so I can squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then come back to your belly. Oh my gosh. Put your right forearm in front of you. Just let your left arm go wherever feels okay. I was getting some serious information in that space. Okay, come up. Bring your right arm out to the right. And then practice letting the shoulder roll towards the floor and lift up. And roll towards the floor and lift up. And roll towards the floor and lift up. Then bend your elbow. I'm going to switch directions here so you can see, I think. Yeah, okay. Bend your elbow. And lift the head of the shoulder up. Press down into that forearm. Left fingertips on the other side are going to push into the floor. And you start to roll to the right. You may not get very far. It's okay. You just want to feel something. Come up. Move your forearm a little higher. Lift the head of the shoulder. Roll right. Come back to your belly. Take your elbow lower. Press the elbow down. Lift the head of the shoulder up. Roll. Come back. Shoulder, elbow in line with shoulder. Lift the head of the shoulder up. Press the elbow down. The elbow can slide along the floor. That's fine. Roll back. Maybe you stack the feet. Maybe you bend your left knee and put it on the floor in front of you. That might feel better. But take the heads and the shoulders away. Use your left hand on the earth to press. Roll the shoulders together. We're going to feel the line of the bicep connection here. We're going to feel the pectoral muscles here. All kinds of funness. It's a little chest party. All right, roll forward. Pause. Stack your forearms. Practice being okay. Life practice is always about practicing being okay. But I certainly notice that that's coming into my personal vernacular a little bit more than perhaps normal. I want you to reach your arms out away from you. Just reach your fingertips out, 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 out. Okay? And then we're going to push down into the finger pads and lift the head up. And exhale and lower the head down. Lift the heads of the shoulders, draw the shoulder blades back. You're up on your fingertips, little spider hands. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Walk your feet back now. Make your feet heavier back behind you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, roll down. Pause, let your elbows go down to the floor. Forearms, palms go down. Breathing is good. Feel your energy centers. Down between your legs, lam. Between your hip points, vam. Around your belly, ram. Around your heart, yam. Around your throat, ham. Space between your eyebrows, om. Crown of your head. Okay. Lift your elbows underneath your shoulders. Sphinx pose. We're going to make it a rolling sphinx today. Okay? So, lift the heads of the shoulders back. And then we're going to round. So you'll round and go up towards your knees. So you take your belly off the floor. This is your exhale. Your inhale drops you forward. More like cat-cow, right? Exhale, round. Maybe lift to your knees. Inhale, draw your chest forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, draw forward. Exhale, round. We'll do two more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Walk your elbows out and pause. Couple of breaths. Okay, we're going to go to forearm plank. So you're going to bring your elbows down underneath your shoulders. You're going to shrug the shoulders back, and then you can decide. For some people, it feels good to have the hands stretched out wide like this. For other people, it feels better to bring the hands together and maybe even interlace. Heads of the shoulders go back. Tuck your toes under. Think about that rounding towards cat, all right? So I want you to get your upper back lifted. Draw your bottom off the earth, and then you're going to push into that long line. Maybe you take your one leg off, maybe you take the other leg off. Maybe you keep your knees down. Draw the ribs in, push out between your tail and the crown of your head, and think about building strength around your heart in the front and back bodies. Notice as you're building strength in your heart, are you also building strength in your jaw? See if you can disconnect those two, right? So sometimes when we're feeling strong in one spot, we're getting really grippy in another spot. So see if you can transfer relaxation around your body. And then release down. Pause. I'm going to be a little bit quieter. We're going to do 3 more. And we're going to hold them for 5 breaths apiece. Elbows under shoulders. Shoulder blades on the back. Tuck your toes. Keep your knees down. Roll like you're going to cat. Lift off. Press. Knees down, release. So we've got 2 more to go. Let yourself just have a party about that. Notice what came online, thought-wise, physically. If you're crossing your fingers, go the other way. Elbows under shoulders, shoulders go back, wave through the rib cage, tuck the toes, lift up, 5 breaths. Knees down, release. There's only 1 more to go. Hallelujah. There's a little pause for celebration here. Final one. Walk your elbows in underneath your shoulders. Roll the heads of the shoulders back. Lift the belly off. Wave through. 5 breaths. And then if you want, you can turn it towards dolphin pose. You can walk your feet in towards your elbows and press your chest towards your thighs, coming towards dolphin pose. Or you can say, hey, that looks crazy and unfun, and you can take a child's pose or a puppy dog pose, all right? I'm going to give you 3 more breaths in your chosen zone. If you're up, bring your knees down. If you're down, put your hands on the floor. Bring yourself up. We're going to move it into, I've got to double check my time here. Yes, I have time. We're going to move it into Ustrasana, so camel pose. You may at this point say, hey, I don't like the feeling of kneeling. And you could pull in your towel and put that underneath your knees. If you really don't like the feeling of kneeling, and it's not going to work for your body today to even add towels, your option is to take yourself into a bridge pose, right? This is the same shape. Here's bridge pose. This is the same shape as Ustrasana, as camel pose, okay? The point of Ustrasana is to get the chest to rise and the shoulders to roll back, all right? So I want you to be really mindful as you're going. Are you stretching the chest? Or are you doing some fancy thing with your throat, right? So Lance is already thinking about it, but we're going to go into it together. Here goes. From a kneeling place, tuck your toes under. Walk your inner thighs together a bit. Put your hands on your hips. Lean your bottom back. As you lean your bottom back, think about the inner thigh muscles moving back. Draw them towards each other and take the tailbone down. You want to keep the inner groins going back. That's going to be really good for keeping compression out of your lumbar spine. Now, think about closing the doors of the belly. So draw the sides of the waist together, right? Keeping the hands on the back. Roll the elbows back. Now remember that movement of the ribs back? Do that. So take the ribs back. Draw the shoulders together. Lean back. Think about using your shoulder blades as the thing that you're leaning on. Stay right here, or maybe your hands touch your heels. Use the shoulder blades as your shelf. Your gaze is going to head forward over your nose. 3 more breaths. Walk your hands in. Sit up. Undo your feet. If it works for your body to sit back on your heels, do that. If it doesn't work for your body to sit back on your heels, then you can go hands and knees for a moment. You could cross your shins and sit down. I'm going to give you a second go at Ustrasana in a moment, but give yourself a small break. Yeah, you could take a cat-cow, you could pause in stillness. You could think Lam, Vam, Ram, Ham, whoops, Yam, Ham, Om. Alright, coming back up. So if that first one was easy peasy, yay, awesome. If it wasn't, then also yay, awesome. Just be aware of what your body mechanics are. Option 2 is to bring the feet flat to the floor. As you do that, you want to look back and make sure that you're broadening your toes, that you're pushing your toenails down, that you're creating a support from the ground up. The toes tucked under really puts us into that space. So if you're putting the tops of the feet down, Notice you're going to challenge that. So move weight back into your toenails. Hands on your hips. Move your inner groins back. Squeeze them together. Take your tailbone down. Lift the space from your pubic mound towards your navel. From your navel to your rib cage. Then lean back. Hands might come to the heels. The hands might stay on the bottom. Gather the elbows. Lean into your shoulder blades. Lift the center of your chest. Come upright. Put the hands on the floor. Swing your legs out to a side. Sit your cute bum down. Swing your legs out ahead of you. We're going to take a twisted pose, twisting pose here, Ardha Matsyendrasana. But you may feel like, hey, I'm really rounding back. And if that's your reality, please, please, please sit on something. I'm going to grab my towel. It's going to take me a moment. Take a breath while you wait. Oh, yes. Inhaling and exhaling. So good. So we're going to sit to the side here. Draw your right knee in. And this is the big body test. Ready? Today's big body test. Can your right foot step across your left leg? And can the whole sole of the right foot land down? While your right side of your bottom is on your lift. If you can do that, you may proceed. If it's not happening, if you can't get the side of your butt down and your foot flat, then you bring your foot to the inside of your left thigh. I'm going to move weight into my right hip. Right hand moves back behind me. Left arm is going up towards the sky. Draw the shoulder blades together. Sweep your left hand alongside your right knee. Maybe you bend your elbow and hook your knee. Maybe you cross. Roll the shoulder blades back. Grow from the center of your chest out into your thumbs. Pull back from your pinky fingers into the space behind your heart. Move your breath behind your heart. On your next exhale, come out. Release the right leg. Pause. Take your moment. Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Just feel those spaces. Then left foot comes in. Step it down and do the test on this side. Can you keep the left hip down and ta-da, step the right foot, the left foot over? Or does your bottom look like you're discreetly releasing air? I say, do the thing that allows you to keep your left hip down and your left foot grounded. Left hand goes behind you. Right arm reaches up. Reach forward, shoulder blade onto the back. Hook, elbow around the knee or across. And then start to turn to the left. Heads of the shoulders go down. Center of the chest rises up. Move the rib cage around. Think about smiling. Breathe behind your heart. Think about the lung tissue around the space of your physical pulsing heart. And let that lung tissue become softer and more receptive. When we harden, when we breathe hard, like that, we harden the lung tissue and it makes it harder for it to absorb oxygen. So you really want to think about releasing the alveoli, releasing those little sacs where the oxygen is collected. Bring yourself forward on an exhale. Take your left leg forward. Come off of your lift. Bring your heels towards your bottom. Roll on down. Yes. This is the part of class I'm always really glad that it happens. Shavasana. Yay. Okay. So as you're coming down, you may go, wait a second, I haven't quite come off of that back bend, come off of that twist. So move yourself through the things that feel good to you. You might need the hip stretch. You might need that little figure 4 moment. You might need a little happy baby thing. You might need another little twist thing. You might need to pet your dog for a moment, or your spouse. Well, you're closer to the dog than I am.
Oh, it's your dog.
He's not my dog. Not even on his best days.
I am a dog. I can be a dog.
All right.
But I'm not your dog.
He's not my dog. Bring maybe your towel behind your thighs and release your body into Shavasana. You're going to stay and enjoy the moment. I have selected a poem for today, so I'm going to sit up and read that to you. Allow your body to become heavy, lusciously into the floor. Let yourself have that celebration of relaxation that Shavasana is. Offering yourself any covering that you need, any other additional comforts as you settle. This is a poem by Robert Shaw titled In the Rearview Mirror. Thinking about them as you saw them last, you see them standing there behind your back, leaning out into the road to wave goodbye, lingering even as growing speed and distance diminish them until they neatly fit head to foot in the mirror strip you glance at. Tiny in your lengthening awake, still waiting. They could be nameless people on a postcard, too far away for you to make out faces. Then, at the first turn, they're lost completely. Places taken by someone else's windbreak pines, a split rail fence, and then as the wheel straightens, nothing but empty road. Ahead of you are towns where you will never know a soul. Exists following exits you will pass and never take, amassing a stiff toll, finally to make good on. Fortunately, you carry along with you that high-powered reflective instrument that you can use no matter how far down the road you've gone, to bring them back in view as large as life, putting yourself in the picture too, which makes thinking about them as you saw them lasting. I thought that poem was particularly relevant in this moment when families normally gather, whether it was for spring break or for any of the many holiday celebrations that happened over the last week and weekend. That we can re-people our houses, re-people our lives with our memories. And in doing so, remember also the love that sustains us, the connection, the shared stories.
Put yourself in focus. With all of the people who you love, with you or who aren't with you. The love does not dissipate when we are not together. When we're not touching or poking at one another. Go ahead and move your fingers and move your toes and begin to shift yourself up towards your seat. We're going to do a little chanting for each of the energy centers, for each of the chakras, and then we'll sit for a few breaths in silence. So that first chakra space is Lam, L-A-M. All of these have the sort of the ah sound aspect of the A letter. Okay, Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Om. Remember, nobody's gonna know if you get it wrong, right? And it's really about moving the sound, thinking about this energy being vibrant in your life. Maybe you touch your first finger and your thumb, Gyan Mudra. Maybe you let your palms rest, palms down. Do the thing that feels most soothing within yourself. Empty out. We'll vibrate each of those syllables one time. So it'll be a breath, an inhale, exhale out, la. Then we'll inhale and we'll go higher up. Empty, fill up. Feel yourself sitting in a circle of the human family, of the people who you were born to, of the people who you have adopted. All of us sitting around a campfire of love. Bring your hands to your heart and lift your heart and bow your head. For all of you practicing with us now, for all of you practicing with this video after it's already happened, for all of the people who we were born to and who will come after.
for all of the people who we choose. May each and every one of us be filled with love and light, peace and healing. The light within me salutes the light within each and every one of you. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you all. Have a really lovely Monday. Welcome back to school, Claremont. Bye.